happens when the most unstoppable big man of the early 2000s meets the most versatile center of today's game. Shaquille O'Neal and Joel Embiid might play the same position, but they represent two completely different philosophies. Shaq was pure destruction, Embiid is pure craft. One ruled with force, the other bent defenses with skill. The other bends modern defenses with skill. But who wins if their primes collide? Let's rewind to the early 2000s. Shaquille O'Neal wasn't just a dominant player. He was a problem the league couldn't solve. Listed at 7 feet 1 inch, 325, but probably closer to 350 on game nights. Defenders would bounce off him like pinballs. He wasn't just strong, he was coordinated, fast, and relentless. The 1999 to 2000 season was peak Shaq. He averaged 29.7 points, 13.6 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game, and walked away with the MVP and Finals MVP. But that was just the beginning. He won 3 straight championships with Kobe Bryant and the Lakers, grabbing Finals MVP in all of them. That run was pure destruction. Teams would foul him on purpose just to stop the bleeding. People often forget this, but Shaq literally changed the rules of the game. The paint had to be adjusted to deal with him. Teams started drafting centers just to take charges. Some games, opponents would use their whole bench just to foul him. And despite the free throw jokes, his impact was so heavy that missing a few at the line didn't matter. But Shaq's dominance came at a price. His game didn't age gracefully. As the pace of the NBA shifted and guards took over, Shaq's effectiveness began to drop. He couldn't stretch the floor, he didn't shoot threes, and his tank-like body wore down from injuries and weight. Now enter Joel Embiid, the modern-day center with a guard's bag of tricks. At 7 feet tall, 280 pounds, Embiid is still huge. But what makes him different is how he uses that size. He's got footwork straight from a ballet class and a mid-range shot that's nearly automatic. He can post up, hit fadeaways, run the floor, and even step back for a 3. That's not normal for a guy his size. In the 2022-23 season, Embiid averaged a league-leading 33.1 points per game, grabbed 10.2 rebounds, and shot 54.8% from the field, on top of winning the MVP. And here's the wild part. He did it while facing double and triple teams every single night. Defenses built entire schemes to stop him, and still failed. Unlike Shaq, who lived in the paint, Embiid can kill you from anywhere on the court. Post up on the block, he's got 10 different counters, and because he can shoot, it opens up space for his teammates, making him not just a scorer, but a playmaker. Shaq needed the ball down low. Embiid thrives with spacing, pick and rolls, and modern ball movement. And don't forget, Embiid plays defense too. He's led the Sixers in blocks for multiple seasons and is a real deterrent at the rim. He's not just finesse, he's a two-way threat. But Embiid's career hasn't been all smooth. He missed his first 2 NBA seasons with injuries and has never played more than 68 games in a season. That's the shadow that still follows him. In the playoffs, he struggled to stay healthy and carry his team deep. While he's an MVP in the regular season, critics argue that he hasn't had a true signature playoff run, at least not yet. And that's where Shaq's legacy separates itself. In the playoffs, he didn't just play, he elevated. During the 2000 postseason, he put up over 30 points and 15 rebounds per game, while dominating centers like Rick Smits, Arvydas Sabonis, and even a young Tim Duncan. The bigger the stage, the better he performed. His sheer presence shifted game plans, even before the opening tip. So now we get to the real battle. Power versus precision. Shaq would try to overpower Embiid, back him down, dunk through him. But Embiid wouldn't just sit there and take it. He'd face up, jab step, hit the mid-range, or force Shaq out of the paint with pick-and-pop plays. The game would be a chess match. Raw strength versus modern versatility. And here's the wildest twist. Both of them struggle with the same thing. Free throws. Shaq's career average? Just 52.7%. Embiid, not bad at 81.6%, but under pressure, especially in playoff games, it's been a point of concern. They dominated in completely different ways. Shaq bulldozed his way through the paint like a wrecking ball. Embiid floats, spins, and glides like a 7-foot guard. But the end result is the same. Defenders get cooked and coaches lose sleep. So the real question becomes, if you had one center to start your team with, do you take the let's imagine dropping Joel Embiid straight into the early 2000s? No hand check rules, less spacing, more physicality. Could he thrive? The truth is, it wouldn't be easy. Back then, you had enforcers like Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, and even Shaq himself who played with serious physical edge. Embiid would be double-teamed before even touching the ball. The paint was crowded. Three-point shooting was rare. That means less space to operate, more bruises, and slower games. But here's the twist. Embiid's skill set could still translate. His post moves, footwork, and ability to shoot from mid-range would still be valuable, even without the modern spacing. He'd just have to adapt his game. He's not soft. He's taken elbows, broken faces, and still dropped 40. If anything, the tough environment might have made him even more ruthless. And his shot-making would have been a cheat code for that time. Now let's flip the script. What if Shaq was dropped into today's pace and space era? Would he still be dominant in a league obsessed with threes, pick and rolls, and switch-heavy defense? Absolutely, but with some challenges. Shaq's dominance around the rim would still cause nightmares for defenses. No one today can handle that level of brute force. He'd eat small ball lineups alive. Teams would need two elite defenders just to slow him down. And that's before he even gets the ball. But today's game moves faster. Centers are expected to switch on guards, shoot from distance, and defend the perimeter. That's where Shaq might struggle. He wasn't built to guard Steph Curry at the three-point line or rotate like Bam Adebayo. And offensively, he wouldn't give you spacing. You'd have to build the entire system around him, like prime Orlando or Lakers did. Still, dominance is dominance. Even in today's NBA, there's a place for someone who can get you 30 points with his back to the basket and break the rim while doing it. Shaq wasn't just a basketball player. He was a personality, a media icon. He intimidated opponents on the court, but had a massive presence off it too. His charisma made him a fan favorite, and his trash talk? Legendary. When he got rolling, you weren't just losing the game, you were losing the battle of words too. Embiid is built for the social media generation. He's sarcastic, funny, and knows how to troll. From mocking opponents on Twitter to doing airplane celebrations after big dunks, he plays the game and the internet with confidence. His personality is sharp, self-aware, and very online. Different stage, same star power. Shaq changed how teams built their rosters. You needed size just to survive. He made entire front offices panic, enforced rule changes. Teams literally created strategies just to foul him. That's the definition of impact. Embiid, meanwhile, is redefining what it means to be a modern big man. He's not just posting up, he's leading fast breaks, taking step backs, and initiating offense like a guard. He's forcing defenses to stretch and centers to evolve. The new generation of bigs, from Jaren Jackson Jr. to Victor Wembanyama, are chasing that Embiid blueprint. Size, skill, and versatility. So now comes the impossible question: who changed the game more? Shaq broke the league with physical dominance. His presence alone forced teams to rethink everything, from defensive schemes to draft strategies. He set the standard for what a true center looked like in his era. His fingerprints are all over the early 2000s NBA. But Embiid is changing the center position from the inside out. He's showing that big men don't need to be stuck in the paint. They can shoot, dribble, and even initiate offense. He's opening the door for a new kind of superstar, one who doesn't fit in a traditional box. In the end, comparing them is like comparing a tank to a Ferrari. One crushes everything in its path. The other dances around you with elegance and precision. Both are dominant. Both are generational. But they belong to two different worlds. So we leave the final decision to you, the fans. Who's the ultimate big man? The one who broke rims and records? Or the one rewriting the rulebook in real time? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, tap that like button, drop your hot take, and subscribe for more epic matchups. We've got more coming, from LeBron versus Magic to Iverson versus Ja and beyond. You don't want to miss it. Until next time, keep the debate alive.